Welcome to the Scenario Podcast, your guide to mental health and well-being. Each episode, we uncover practical tools, discuss expert insights, and explore how supplements can transform your mental health journey. Get ready to learn, grow, and thrive with us.
For a lot of people, the whole idea of jumping into icy water sounds, well, like pure torture, doesn't it?
Definitely not the most appealing thought initially.
But what if that short burst of discomfort could actually unlock some pretty remarkable physical and mental benefits? I mean, it feels like everywhere you look now, someone's talking about cold plunges.
Yeah.
You've got elite athletes using them for peak performance, sure, but also like busy parents just trying to get a mental edge.
It's true.
It seems to have moved really quickly beyond just being a niche wellness trend. It's becoming almost a household practice for some. But why? What's actually going on here?
Right. That's the big question. The interest is huge, no doubt about it. And really, our mission today in this deep dive is to unpack the science behind it. What are the real backed up benefits of cold therapy? We've looked at the sources.
Okay.
And also, importantly, how can you actually weave this into your routine safely and, effectively?
Okay, good. So just to make sure we're all starting from the same place, a cold plunge, basically, we're talking about getting your body usually up to the shoulders into water that's, between 50 and 59 degrees Fahrenheit?
That's about 10 to 15 Celsius.
Right, 10 to 15 C, and you stay in for several minutes. The idea is it's like a controlled shock, right, a therapeutic one.
Exactly.
It activates your body's own healing mechanisms. That cold makes... Okay, let's get into those benefits then. How exactly does plunging into freezing water help your body, say, bounce back faster after a tough workout? Let's dig into the physical recovery side first. Inflammation, muscle repair, what's the science?
Okay, so when you first get into that cold water, the immediate reaction is your blood vessels constrict. It's called vasoconstriction.
I guess it's constriction, right?
And that reduces blood flow right away to the muscles you just worked. So it helps minimize tissue swelling and that sort of microscopic damage that happens after intense exercise.
Makes sense. Less swelling.
But then the really interesting part maybe happens when you get out. As your body starts to warm up again, those same blood vessels open up wide. That's vasodilation.
The opposite.
Exactly. And this causes a rush of fresh blood flow back into the muscles. It brings in oxygen, nutrients, and really importantly, it helps flush out waste products. Stuff like lactic acid.
The stuff that makes you feel sore later.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So clearing that out faster really helps speed up recovery. And, one of the sources we looked at, a 2016 study in sports medicine, actually found cold water immersion significantly cut down on that delayed onset muscle soreness DOMS after exercise.
Wow. Okay, so a measurable difference in soreness. That's pretty compelling.
It is.
And it makes me wonder, this whole process, getting colds, warming up, constricting, dilating,
Right.
does doing that regularly impact our, overall circulation, our heart health? Is it training our blood vessels in a way?
That's a great way to put it. Yes, absolutely. This alternating pattern, the cold exposure, then the warming up, it essentially does train your blood vessels, makes them more responsive, more efficient.
Like a little workout for them.
Exactly. It's like a workout for your vascular system. And that improved flexibility isn't just good for muscle recovery. It definitely contributes to better long-term cardiovascular health just by making overall blood flow more efficient.
Yeah.
And it plays a role in injury prevention, too. Cold therapy can help manage pain and swelling from things like overuse injuries, minor sprains, strains.
So it helps after the fact, but also maybe prevents things.
Yeah, it can potentially act as a preventative tool against muscle fatigue if you incorporate it regularly. It just helps the system clear things out and stay resilient.
Okay, physical benefits make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But, the part that seems maybe even more intriguing for a lot of people is the mental side. Our sources were pretty clear saying cold plunges are, quote, amazing for your mind. And people report they feel good fast. It almost sounds too simple. What's happening in the brain?
Well, it's actually driven by some pretty powerful neurochemistry. Getting into that cold water triggers a significant release of certain neurochemicals, particularly dopamine and norepinephrine.
The feel-good chemicals.
Exactly. Dopamine, norepinephrine, they're linked to mood, alertness, focus. So you get this natural surge, almost like a natural high, that really boosts alertness and energy. It can be incredibly effective for fighting fatigue or just, a low mood.
And you don't need to stay in for ages.
No, not at all. Even a brief exposure, like just 30 seconds to a minute, can be enough to spark that effect.
That's really interesting because you hear people describe this feeling afterwards like a remarkable clarity, focus, a real sense of calm. Some even compare it to how they feel after meditation or like deep breathing exercises.
Yeah, that comparison comes up a lot.
It sounds like a total mental reset button.
It is, kind of. Think about it this way. When you expose your body to that intense cold, you're intentionally initiating a short-term stress response, a controlled one.
Right. Your body goes, whoa, what's happening?
Exactly. But here's the cool part, the paradox. Doing that consistently, navigating that brief discomfort over and over, actually builds your mental resilience. It makes you more adaptable, better able to handle other stressors in life.
So you practice dealing with this physical stressor.
And it translates to coping better with, say, work stress or emotional stress. Please, this process also seems to contribute to a drop in cortisol levels over time.
Cortisol, the main stress hormone.
Right, so lowering that helps regulate anxiety and just promotes a better sense of emotional balance.
Wow. And this mental lift, it connects to sleep too, surprisingly.
Yes, it does. There seems to be a positive feedback loop. You get that release of endorphins, which boosts mood,
Yeah.
but also the body's natural cooling process after a plunge, especially later in the day. That can actually help signal your body that it's time to wind down. Our sources mention that taking a plunge in the late afternoon or early evening can specifically help lower your core body temperature.
Which is a natural cue for sleep, right?
Exactly. It helps prepare you for a deeper, more restorative night's sleep. So better mood, less stress, and potentially better sleep.
Okay, this sounds pretty amazing, but let's talk practicalities. If someone listening is thinking, okay, I'm curious, maybe I want to try this. What's the first step? Do you need fancy gear?
No, absolutely not. That's the beauty of it. The good news is you don't need expensive equipment to start. You can really start simply. A bathtub filled with cold water, maybe add some ice if you need to get the temperature down. That works.
Just a regular tub?
Yeah, or even just taking a brisk cold shower. Aim for maybe 30 seconds to a minute at first.
Right.
Of course, there are dedicated cold plunge tubs available if you get really into it. Or, like we mentioned, natural bodies of water lakes, the ocean, if you can do that safely.
Right, safety first if you're going into nature.
Always. But the absolute key piece of advice, no matter how you do it, is to start gradually.
Don't just jump into a 50-degree tub for 10 minutes on day one.
Please don't. No. For beginners, really aim for maybe 30 seconds, up to a minute perhaps. That lets your body start to acclimate, minimizes that initial shock factor.
Okay, 30 seconds to a minute.
Then, as you get used to it over time, you can slowly increase the duration. Maybe work up to 3 to 5 minutes per session. Consistency is often more important than, extreme duration right away.
And is there anything you can do while you're in there to make it easier? Because it's still going to be a shock, right?
Definitely. One vital technique is focusing on your breathing. Deep, steady breaths. Try to keep your breathing controlled.
Like you would in meditation or yoga.
Exactly. It helps regulate your nervous system, keeps you calmer, more present. Instead of just panicking about the cold, it makes a huge difference.
Okay, focus on the breath. Got it.
But here's the absolute non-negotiable.
No.
You have to listen to your body.
Okay. What does that mean? What are the warning signs?
If you start feeling really dizzy, if you're shivering uncontrollably, like you can't stop it, if you feel numbness or just extreme discomfort that feels wrong, get out.
Don't tough it out.
Don't tough it out. Exit the water immediately and focus on warming up gently. And this is critical if you have any underlying health conditions, especially things like high blood pressure, any cardiovascular disease, or other serious conditions. You absolutely must talk to your doctor before you start doing cold plunges.
Right. Get the medical okay first. Super important.
Paramount. Safety first, always.
Okay. Assuming someone gets the okay, or they're generally healthy.
Right.
Does it matter when you do it, like morning versus evening, before or after a workout?
Yeah, the timing can actually tailor the benefits a bit, depending on what you're aiming for.
Okay.
So for muscle recovery and inflammation, like after a workout, the general advice is to wait maybe 15 to 30 minutes after you finish training.
Why wait?
There's some thought that plunging immediately might interfere slightly with the muscle building signals, the adaptation process. So giving it a little buffer seems prudent.
Gotcha. 15, 30 minutes after workout for recovery. What about other times?
Well, if you're looking for that energy boost, that mental clarity, doing it first thing in the morning can be amazing, like a caffeine-free jolt to start your day.
Okay, the morning energy boost.
Then, as we talked about for sleep, doing it in the late afternoon or early evening can help lower body temp and calm the nervous system, prepping you for rest.
Afternoon or evening for sleep prep.
And, on just a really stressful day, whenever it hits, a cold plunge can be like hitting a powerful reset button, helps release that tension, restore some mental clarity.
Like a mid-stress cycle intervention.
Exactly.
Okay, so you get out, you've listened to your body, you manage the breathing. What should you not do right afterwards?
Yeah, good question. What not to do is almost as important. The main thing is avoid jumping straight into a super hot shower or a sauna immediately after.
Oh, really? That feels like it'd be the first instinct.
It does, but those really rapid extreme temperature shifts can actually put quite a bit of stress on your cardiovascular system. It's better to let your body re-regulate more gradually.
Okay, so no hot shower right away.
Yeah.
How should you warm up then?
Gently. Some light movement can help, like just walking around a bit.
Hmm.
Wrap yourself in a warm towel. Put on comfortable, warm, dry clothing. Just allow your body to warm up naturally at its own pace.
And anything else to avoid immediately after?
Yeah, another small tip is try not to just sit or lie down immediately while you're still feeling really cold and maybe shivering a bit.
Why is that?
Moving around gently helps generate a bit of body heat. If you sit still while cold, it can sometimes prolong the shivering and potentially even let your core temperature drop a little further before it comes back up.
Ah, okay. Keep moving gently and just keep paying attention to how you feel.
Absolutely. Pay close attention. If you have symptoms like persistent shivering, numbness, or anything that doesn't feel right and doesn't improve as you warm up, don't hesitate to seek medical advice.
Right. Better safe than sorry.
Always. So, yeah, to kind of wrap up the practicalities, when they're done safely and mindfully, cold plunges really do seem to offer a whole host of benefits that are backed by evidence.
Like what? Let's recap the big ones.
Okay, so we've got reduced muscle soreness, improved blood flow and cardiovascular efficiency, potentially better sleep, those definite mood boosts and increased energy.
Mental resilience piece.
Right, stronger mental resilience, less anxiety over time. And some evidence even points towards support for the immune system and better hormonal balance.
Wow, that's quite a list.
It is, but again, always with that caveat. Check with your doctor if you have those pre-existing health conditions.
Absolutely. So when you pull it all together, what's the big picture here? It seems like the appeal and the power of doing this cold plunge thing, it goes way beyond just helping sore muscles after the gym.
Oh, definitely. It really offers more of a full body and maybe just as importantly, a full mind reset.
A full reset. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, whether your main goal is tackling inflammation, boosting blood flow, lifting your mood, getting more energy, or just cutting down on stress. Cold water exposure seems to be this remarkably versatile tool.
And it doesn't have to cost anything, necessarily.
Exactly. It can be totally free. It's organic. It uses your body's own natural processes. Your body knows how to adapt to cold. It just needs that consistent, safe exposure to, wake up those systems.
It makes you think. It's really about embracing the cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not just gritting your teeth and surviving it, but maybe thriving through it. It poses that question, like, what kind of resilience could you build physically and mentally just by stepping into the chill?
That's a great way to frame it. And maybe consider, too, how that core advice, start small, stay consistent, could apply elsewhere in life. Any area where you're looking to build strength or adaptability, it feels like a principle that resonates far beyond just cold water, doesn't it?
Thanks for tuning in to the Scenario Podcast. Don't forget to visit scenario.com for more expert tips, articles, and supplements designed to support your mental health. If you enjoyed this episode, remember to subscribe and share it with a friend. Until next time, take care of yourself.